Hi everybody, welcome back to my Spotify OCs project, where I take one song from my Spotify Wrapped 2025 and turn it into an original character. We've made it to number 29, which is How to Save a Life by The Fray. I just want to say, because I haven't mentioned this in every video, I'm going in descending order, so from 100, my least listened to 1, my most listened to. So we're still not even halfway to the most listened to song, but I've done a lot of things that have screwed up naming conventions and numbering conventions, so I'm just checking in to say we're still in the bottom half of the list. How to Save a Life is a very sad, like ballad type song. It kind of tackles losing a friend or losing yourself to bad decisions or to miscommunications or communication breakdown or disagreement. It's pretty open-ended in how you can interpret the lyrics. I did look into the process behind the songwriting for this week, so I could kind of have a little better of a basis for inspiration. It was written because the frontman of the band went and spent a day volunteering at like a center for troubled youth, and so it's kind of inspired by a conversation he had with a teenager there who was struggling with like substance abuse and loss of friends and loss of normalcy basically in his life. But I've always liked this song because it's just a good sad song for when things break down between you and a friend, or when you miss someone who you haven't talked to in a long time and you know you can't go back to how it was. So like I said, it can be pretty open-ended lyrically, but that's the original inspiration of the song. I kind of wanted to take a path down the middle. I want to think about the idea that psychologists often cite of the inner child. It's hard to unpack. My take on it is that there's a part of you that you can lose touch with over time. It's the part of you that is most deeply hurt when bad things happen, the part of you that is most intensely happy when good things happen. And this song came out when I was a child. It's very nostalgic for me because I would hear it on the radio or just in pop culture from when I was young, and I would think, oh, this is like tragic loss on an adult scale. Like this is kind of what's up ahead for me, which is interesting. I was a very melancholy child, so that thought process tracks. But anyways, I kind of just want to make a generic like inner child that you've lost track of or lost touch with. This is like the saddest meta idea I think I've done so far, but it's also a really sad song, so that's where we're at this week. We're in sad land. Drawing people is tricky enough when I'm drawing adults, but drawing children is a whole different ballgame because they're proportionally a little different. They have larger heads, shorter arms compared to the body. I found a guide on 1 million Pinterest boards and Reddit replies that seems to be from a deactivated DeviantArt account called Vorvranged. It seems pretty legit, so I'm going to use it as a reference heavily. I think I'm going to do something like the third from the right on the middle row. I'm trying to do the thing that I've done before where you use your pencil to get the proportions right. It is just genuinely such a useful thing to do when you do it correctly. I don't know if I'm doing it correctly, but that's okay. Is it weird for me to say I appreciate the way this person draws knees on the little guide? Like, is that a strange compliment? Knees are really strange. I'm never sure what to do with them. I think also because there's something wrong with my knees, so they don't look right. I think these knees are way too low. Yeah, they are. They should be about here. I don't know why, but I have this image in my mind of like a kid that kind of seems like they've been left behind somewhere, or like they're waiting for someone to come back for them. And this is perhaps maybe due to recent events because her voice actor, or actress, I'm sorry, died recently, but I think about Chihiro and Lilo, like the way that they just kind of make themselves small, they just kind of hunker down sometimes. So I've pulled up an image where Chihiro and Haku are kind of crouched in the hydrangea bushes, or are they lilacs? I don't know. I'm gonna use that as a reference, and of course I'm mirror imaging it because I always do that. I don't want to copy her outfit one for one. I just kind of want to get the shape. I won't have the head be stooped down as much either. Probably they're like looking this way, like they're looking off screen and we wonder, are they looking for the person they're expecting? Like, And I have them, I've imagined them like sitting on a curb, you know what I mean? Maybe playing with a Game Boy. There's like a hint of sadness about like, why is that kid just sitting there, but it's not completely tragic at first glance. This is a Nintendo DS. The proportions are all wrong for a Game Boy. And of course Ghibli is just like that, but kids do have like very round faces, so. Maybe she's wearing clothes that are too big for her, kind of to imply the symbolism of being like the inner child of someone that's grown up, not necessarily just a straight up child. I don't know. I don't really feel like this would be the most fun character to receive, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with the song. It's such a sad song that it's like, what am I gonna do about it? You know what I mean? Also, a lot of people like sadness. I like sad things. I'm just thinking about the normies in my life. Would they want this? I'll give this kid a balloon. Actually, the hand should be up higher because I have the arm angling out towards. Yeah, okay. Holding Nintendo DS in hand. In the other hand. This is not good. These arms are string beans. Like, I know kids are small, but they're not that small. Maybe there's a rip in the jeans. I always ripped my jeans as a little kid. And then I am kind of torn about hairstyle. I know that I, as a kid, hated having anyone touch my hair for any reason, try to style my hair. I was such a pill for my mom. Like, she wanted to do my hair, and I never wanted anyone to touch my hair. So I think a lot of kids are naturally like that. Like, I think a lot of kids just don't want their autonomy messed with, and that extends to their hair and other things. They don't want their toenails clipped. They don't want anything really done to them. So I kind of want to have like a kid with messy hair for like a natural state, but at the same time, like one of the number one, this is a child hairstyles that I can think of is like pigtails. Hardly any adults wear pigtails. I think it's a fun, whimsical style, but you see them more often on kids. You can do like the long braid pigtails. So I'm a little torn. I could give her some messy bangs in the pigtails to imply that like her hair got done, but it was a little while ago and she like really has kind of messed it up playing or something. I want there to be this idea that the kid is like not neglected, but not taken care of the best either. Because I think that's where most of our inner children are like in reality. I thought about giving her like a smiley face t-shirt, but that feels a little on the nose. I'll give her a unicorn t-shirt. I love unicorns. This is just an excuse for me to put a unicorn on a t-shirt. It'll have rainbows. Oh my gosh, I would wear this shirt. As a child and as an adult, I would wear this shirt. Okay. She'll have kind of bigger eyes. This isn't horrible for my first attempt at a kid. I'm gonna give her a few sort of props to tell us more about her. As a kid, you would get these plastic high heels that were really gross to wear, like they just felt awful. And the bottoms would come off really easily, like you'd lose traction on them. They'd have a big puffy on them sometimes, they'd be glittery sometimes. And there were like plastic purses, because I guess for some reason you couldn't be trusted with just a normal fabric purse that has a zipper on it. They had to give you a plastic purse, which is really funny to me because it's like, how are you gonna get those motor skills for zippers going? So maybe she's got some of those along with her Nintendo DS. Just visually, I feel like this kid is no older than a 4th grader. I got my first gaming system when I turned 10. I wasn't allowed to use them before then, and I think that was a good call on my mom's part. We had a cousin who was really, really addicted to video games. Like, he just wouldn't talk to anybody at family gatherings when he was a little kid. So my mom mostly didn't want me to be like that, so that's why she gave me an age restriction on using technology. Can you imagine that in this day and age? But anyways, I thought that was good. So I was gonna say that this kid is right about the age where I would be like, yeah, I guess you could use a Nintendo DS. Like, I guess that would be okay. I'll give it some stickers. And then maybe she also has a sport that she has to get dragged to all the time. Maybe that's where she is right now. I picture like Little League. That's just one of those things that feels like quintessentially kids love baseball. Even I loved baseball and I hated sports. And I still, when it was baseball day in gym, I would get really excited. So I want to imply like a baseball diamond back here. This is inspired by a baseball diamond that I walked around recently because I was having a crash out at a public gathering and I did not want to be around people. We were at a park, so I was like, well, I'm gonna just go walk around. Thankfully, there weren't any kids playing a game of baseball, so I was able to just hang out in that zone. Yeah, I don't know, here's somebody's inner child. I hope she turns out all right. I'm sure she will. Maybe this episode feels a little lackluster. Since she's all in pencil, I don't want to go in with colored pencil. I don't really feel confident enough about my lines to ink this design, but I may scan it in and add some color digitally just so that it's not as bleh as it is right now. It's a kid, so things should be colorful and vibrant, but I think that'll be it for my live commentary. So how about I tell you about this week's artist inspiration while I get to coloring? This week's artist inspiration is Ursiday, also known as Arden. She draws a lot of cats and anthros, and I came across her work through her fan art, or I guess fan videos, of Lackadaisy. So I'll link her YouTube channel in the description. But overall, I just really like the animation that she does. I like the way that she draws characters from a webcomic with an established style. And honestly, a Lackadaisy should be a later artist inspiration. I think of it as a ubiquitous thing, but like not everyone knows about it, so I should mention it at some point. But I am inspired by the way she takes Lackadaisy characters that have their own distinct style and retains the style, but you can also tell she's kind of drawing them her own way. She also animated a video that went kind of viral. It's a Talking Heads song about a tuxedo cat. My favorite animatic of hers is Dog, which is a Lackadaisy one. So that is Ursiday. Until next week, I hope you have a good one. I have a Patreon linked in the description. It's free and it's just there so that we can have better communication and polls when it's time to choose charities for the OC raffle. If you don't know what the OC raffle is about, please check out the introduction video, which is linked in the description. And as a reminder, my artist inspiration is linked in the description every week for you to check out their work. Thanks again for watching. Have a great week.